So we're looking at the particle off, which means no contact. And at the beginning of this module, I talked about the verbs to put off and to call off. We're now going to look at those two verbs in more detail. So when something is on, it is happening. That's what it means. Is the class on tomorrow? Or is it cancelled? Is it on? Is it happening? Yes, it's on. It's on at the usual time in the same place. It's on. Is the party on Saturday? Yes, the party is on. Come. So when something is on, it is happening. And if it's not going to happen, like it's never going to happen, then you call it off, or it is called off by someone. For example, she called off the wedding when she heard about his cheating. So the poor lady, her future husband, was cheating on her, and when she discovered this, she immediately said, "There will be no wedding." She called off the wedding when she heard. So that's obviously a very big thing to do and a very terrible thing to have to do, but that's what she did. She called off the wedding. Now, if she calls off the wedding, it means the wedding will never happen. But if she put off the wedding, then the wedding will happen only later. For example, if one of them is sick, maybe they need to put off the wedding. But in this case, she called off the wedding. The second example, the union has agreed to call off the strike. The strike is the workers are not happy and they say, "We're not working, we're not working, we want more money, we want more rights." And the union who organizes the strike has said, okay, to call off the strike. So the strike will not happen. I guess they made a deal with the management, for example. Next example, if this rain continues, we may need to call off the match. So sometimes sporting occasions are called off because of some event, like a weather event or a disaster or whatever. If it's called off, it's not happening. Now, in professional sport, usually they don't call off things, they put off things. It will happen, but later. The meeting is called off, so there's no need to come. If the meeting is called off, there's no meeting. It's cancelled. Sometimes the cancellation is temporary and the verb here is put off. So let's put it off until Wednesday. We usually use the word until to indicate the new time. Let's put it off until Wednesday. Great. So that is to call off an event or to put off an event. If we look over here, we can get a further phrasal verb meaning. If something puts you off, you find it less attractive. For example, I was put off by the way he eats. So to explain this, imagine you're on a first date with somebody and you meet the person and you think, yeah, I like them. So far, so good. And you start talking and they're very, very nice and everything seems great. Then you go to a restaurant and the food arrives and the other person who is talking is sort of like, anyway, then I went down and you can see the food coming out of their mouth and you think, oh no, I don't like this. Everything else was perfect, but I was put off by the way he eats. So a particular thing can put you off a person or a place or whatever. You visit a city, for example, and you love the city. It's fantastic, but it's very dirty. And if somebody asks, did you like the city? Well, I did, but I was put off by the dirt on the streets. I was put off by how dangerous it was. I was put off by the bad thing. So things put you off. Maybe you are offered a job and the money is fantastic, but the location is very far from where you live. Do you want the job? You're thinking, I like the money, I like the job, but I'm put off by the location, for example. The deal, the business deal, seems fine, but I'm put off by the price. So, for example, you're buying a car, you think the price should be €10,000, they want €12,000, you want the car, everything seems okay, but the price, I'm put off by the price. When you're put off by something, you want no contact with it. That's you're put off. So the verb to call off means to cancel, and to put off means to postpone. And you can be put off by things, which makes you less interested in them. See you in the next session.